Hello. I have the hiccups. I forgot about that. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hello. This is the Pearl Wise, and today I want to talk a little bit about NaNoWRIMO. Today is October. Oh my god. Today is October 31st. We won't be having trick-or-treaters along this road. It's time to prepare to write. Oh, jeez. So I guess I should talk a little bit about where I've been, because it hasn't been a normal week. I had to evacuate my place on Sunday morning, I'm pretty sure. Oh, excuse me. Gordon's using his scratching post. He's been without it for a while, so please excuse the noise. Back to it. So we had to evacuate due to a fire. Anyway, so we went to our friend's house for several days. I had my birthday, kind of worrying that my house would burn down until we were given the clear to come here, to come back home. So anyway, it hasn't been the best time. We were supposed to go on a big fun trip to Mexico, but after all of this evacuation stuff, it just didn't super make sense for us to leave and just be worried sick the entire time, plus trying to find backup boarding for our dog, and then we also had to evacuate our cat. And we had like some solutions in the works, but really it just was incredibly stressful, like thinking of leaving at a time like that, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to contextualize, I guess, and it's a little bit hard to understand if you're not in that kind of position yourself. But anyway, so I'm here. I thought I wasn't going to be in the United States during the start of NaNoWRIMO, so I was wholly anticipating starting much later. But I'm here, and I'm in my home, which is very exciting. I'm so grateful. I'm incredibly grateful for, like, everybody who put in efforts to stop the progress of this fire, because a lot of people would be really screwed if those efforts weren't put in. So I am very grateful. Anyway, my hiccups went away, which is great. I got a small sketchbook while I was evacuated because I left my regular sketchbook at home. I didn't pack it. I also figured out that when I'm frantically packing a bag in the middle of the night with like sirens going by is not enough stuff. Like, we had to buy socks and underwear, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff for the cat, like, to keep him, like, good. So anyway, I got this sketchbook from Hobby Lobby. My first time ever going to Hobby Lobby. I hear that they're not super, supportive, well, they're like a Christian company. So anyway, I'm probably not gonna go there again, but I went there for this, item. Anyway. Don't recommend it. So I have this spread about NaNoWRIMO in my sketchbook because I was thinking about it. So I'll just give a quick introduction to what my story is. We have Turina, or Cal, and Zolf, and those are the main characters. One is a girl who is doing some research, graduate research at a university, all about wormhole science, that kind of thing. And then we have Zolf, who is a intergalactic stand-up comedian. So these two things represent what they do. And then a bit about the title. The working title I have right now is called Long Distance. That's about it. This whole concept and story will sound very familiar for those who watched some of my first writing vlogs, and anything that was like a novel writing vlog, and my AuthorTube newbie video. Those are all from this story. And this is the first time I'll be working on a novel again since I stopped that one, whatever, midway. I have some better idea of the characters and the plot that I want to have, but not a great idea of what I'm doing, really. So the kind of thing that I'm going for is there is a researcher for wormholes, and she discovers a way to almost instantly get to her long distance love. And this changes their relationship fundamentally because now they have access to each other all the time. And I want there to be some repercussion for this action on the world, like space around them, kind of thing. So that's what I'm going for, and I guess I should do some sort of outlining process. Kind of smells smoky up here because those attic windows, they blow open in high wind, and of course, like, there was high winds which started fires. Anyway, so the winds blew open those windows, and now it's all smoky inside the house, but I guess it's fine. I don't know if it's a problem or not. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some stuff on my laptop and then I'll check back in later. I just spent some time putting together a playlist for this story, and I also put together a Pinterest board. So I can put those links down below. I never had a playlist for this story before. I guess because I didn't fully know what kind of vibe I was going for, and so I couldn't attribute like a sound to it. But now I think like with the Pinterest board, let me pull that up. So I have some like general space pictures, and then I also was looking at like university libraries because I am somewhat inspired by like my own universities, like libraries, and I was kind of trying to look for pictures of the interior of one of them, but I couldn't find any that was like what I wanted, because it kind of reminds me of like a retro kind of sci-fi vibe. So I've been watching a ton of Star Trek recently. It's been like my evacuation show. So, and even before that as well, it's like generally what I watch a lot of the time is Star Trek TNG. So I have some of these general space things, and then I think I don't watch so much of like the original like series of Star Trek, but more of the TNG, absolutely. So the conference room in TNG is really, like, a lot of the set on TNG plus university library setting is like kind of the vibe that I'm getting, and then some kind of original series color palette as well. And then yeah, so that's what I have on the board. Some of the way that I want the characters to look, the university setting, and then just like space imagery. So then for the music that I have going together, a lot from Tyler the Creator's Igor album. I saw him in San Francisco a few weeks ago now, and yeah, that album kind of has like the noise of the music is kind of what I'm going for, and also the content of where it's very relationship and like love influenced as well. So that's very helpful for me. I think without that album I wouldn't really know what to put into this, except for what I had listened to previously when trying to write this was Deltron 3030, which for some reason Google Play Music only has the instrumentals from Deltron 3030, but that works perfectly for writing. So I have Memory Loss and Madness instrumentals. And then a little bit of Flying Lotus. When I studied in college, I have some memories of listening to Flying Lotus next to like these big windows in the library. So yeah, Tea Leaf Dancers and Massage Situation. And then this has a little bit more energy than what I'm going for, but do you say it nerd? The No One Ever Really Dies album? I guess so. But the song ESP, that's what I'm kind of going with right now for like the sound of it. Running out of time, running out of time. Yeah, I think I kind of want some like good botanical imagery of like really bright plants. Yeah, I guess for right now I'm kind of getting like this university setting really good, but I know that because Zulf is a stand-up comedian, he's traveling all over the place, and I'm gonna have to have like some travel, like different areas and that whole world as well. So I'm starting a little bit small for now, and yeah, I want the like whole university campus to be, I don't know, maybe like in a dome system because sci-fi. And so then if you step out of the building but you're still in the dome, there's just like a mass of plants, like a greenhouse, until like, and then you can see like out the window further, it's just like barren land. I'm kind of interested in that, exploring that. I don't know. I think it would be fun. I want to do some like kind of fun, crazy, not realistic stuff in this story, to be honest. So, I don't know. Yeah, anyway. I kind of also, I want the color palette to be kind of like purple, yellow, red. I don't have an outline. I don't know how to make an outline really easily, so I think I'm gonna Google that a little bit because I think an outline really would help me at this stage. Hello. So it is now 9:30 and I made some progress. I added some music to the playlist. I added basically just Joji and some couple things that were on the Flying Lotus like radio station. For the Pinterest board, I realized one of my inspirations for Cal's bedroom or dorm room was like the lo-fi hip-hop studying music art. So I grabbed some stuff from that to kind of remind myself of that feeling and all that. And then I did a outline using the 3-act, how many blocks is it? 9 block, and then 3 chapters per block. This outline structure thing. My goodness, I'm tired. So I have a better idea for Act 1 up through the reversal, so block 5 of Act 2. And then the idea for the kind of end for the end of Act 2 and the whole Act 3, I have like the idea of the thing that needs to be done, but not more information or details about that idea. So, yeah, I think I understand more how this story can be told with this kind of plot structure and using something more structured so that I don't stray off the course of what this story is actually supposed to be about. It's kind of strange though, because going through this outline structure, kind of the introduction, inciting incident, reaction to the inciting incident, that whole stuff like makes sense to me in this story. I guess where I get problems, or where I had some problems, were block 3, the pressure, pinch, and push. I feel like those are pretty important, but they seemed difficult in this context for this story to figure out what to actually put in there. And then, yeah, I guess like the exploration of the new world and the like fun and games seemed like it should have come before this whole this like push kind of time, except that doesn't really make sense. I know that doesn't make sense, but anyway, so block 3 I think is kind of weak for me, and then I'm pretty excited about my my idea for like the midpoint reversal and the I guess the trials and pinch in Act 3. I think I actually figured out something that was pretty interesting, considering the information that I had about this world and what I knew their problem was. Their like antagonist, if you will. So I think with this outline, it achieves the goal that I had originally had with the concept of the story, which was to have a long-distance couple where they're separated on 2 different planets, and the main character figures out how to create a wormhole to bring them together, and then that kind of wormhole creation and being together more frequently causes problems both like in their lives, in their personal lives, and then also like in like the structure of space itself. So it's a kind of a conceptual thing about like space in a relationship, I guess, and in space. So yes, I am happy with what I have right now. I think this will help me a lot. I am a little bit concerned about writing to a outline, but I am excited to fill in the fun details about like how this world looks and what the people are like and all that. So anyway, I think I'm done for today on this whole outlining business and preparing business. So I think I'm gonna charge my laptop and maybe read some Goosebumps because it is Halloween. Yeah. And take a shower. Oh boy, it'll be nice to have my own shampoo again. Going back to having been evacuated for, I don't know, a few days, 4 days, 5 days, something like that. I don't know. I think it was 4 days. Anyway, I'm heading out. I hope you enjoyed this, and good luck with NaNoWRIMO.